Live at Daybreak, this is 13 News Now.
A city worker accused of sexually abusing young boys gets ready to face a grand jury. Is there enough evidence to go to trial? The decision could be made today.
A Virginia teen still missing, her alleged kidnapper back in court. The latest on the story that's getting national attention and why this guy's defense attorney thinks this hearing could help his client's case. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. I'm Vanessa Coria.
And I'm LaSalle Blanks. We will have those top stories for you in just a moment.
But first, let's check in with Craig, who's tracking your chances for showers later today. Hey, Craig.
Couple light sprinkles out there this morning.
Out of Portsmouth, where most charges are dropped against a sailor accused of abusing a baby. But a judge did convict Matthew Strawn on a charge of biting the newborn child. Hospital workers say they noticed the bite marks on the infant while the child was in the NICU at Portsmouth Naval Medical Center. More charges were added against Strawn in March after prosecutors said he broke one of his son's ribs. Yesterday, a judge threw out 3 of the 4 charges against Strawn. Strawn faces up to 5 years in prison for the one charge he was convicted on. He will be sentenced in October. New this morning, a Norfolk boy is recovering after being hit by a car. It happened last night on Gulf Street. Police say he's 8 years old and darted into traffic and was then hit by an oncoming vehicle. He was taken to Centera Norfolk General Hospital where he was treated for minor injuries. We're told no charges have been filed against the driver. Now to some good news for Virginia students. Local math test scores are looking up. SOL results show improvement for multiple Hampton Roads school districts. In Norfolk, the pass rate for 8th graders climbed to 13%. Hampton saw a 12% jump, and in Chesapeake, there was a 5% increase in 8th grade scores. State educators say, however, there's still room for improvement. To see the scores for where you live, simply head to WVEC.com.
6:05 now. The man accused of kidnapping a teenager has left her thousands of dollars.
The money comes from an insurance policy James DiMaggio took out years ago. Find out why DiMaggio's family thinks the situation is suspicious and is now asking for DNA tests.
6:11 now.
There's been a possible break in the search for a missing girl out in Missouri.
Have they found the man responsible for her disappearance? The news continues next.
Search continues for a missing 12-year-old girl in Missouri, even though a man has been charged in her kidnapping. Adriana Horton disappeared Monday while playing in playing in a park in Golden City. That's about an hour west of Springfield. Witnesses told authorities a man pulled up in a car and coaxed her inside. Based on the information, authorities then tracked down the car and the driver, 34-year-old Bobby Bourne Jr., but there's still no sign of Adriana. Bourne is now being held on a $1 million bond. Firefighters are back on the fire lines this morning, working to protect thousands of buildings in California from being destroyed. The wildfire burning near Yosemite Park has already burned 7 buildings, including 2 homes. Hundreds of people were evacuated yesterday. In just 3 days, the fire has more than doubled its size, burning 15 square miles. There's no word yet on what sparked those flames.
What can you expect with the morning ride to work as far as your weather is concerned? Well, let's ask meteorologist Craig Muller.
Just a little bit of fog up on the peninsula. Most areas in good shape. Out around Franklin, also a couple light sprinkles.
Since you're talking about them, you can call this electric car an overachiever. The Tesla earned the best safety score ever. In fact, the roof was too strong for the test machine.
We're going to see more on that. And he's posing in his underwear again. Yep, his skivvies. He's a hottie. Former soccer star David Beckham teaming up with H&M for some new ads. We have it next.
They asked Craig and me, but we said no. Want to remind you of our new giveaway. We're giving away a RAV4. How would you like a new car? It's made possible by ABC 13 and our friends at Priority Toyota. There's still time to register. All you need to do is go to our Facebook page, like it. There you'll find the link, the rules, the entry. Good luck, everybody. 6:22. Come on back.
6:26. It is a dirty job, but someone has to do it. Crews around Norfolk are racing the clock right now to replace an old sewer line near an elementary school. These are live pictures. The start of school's just around the corner. Can they finish in time? We'll have a live report for you next.
Plus, a rash of car break-ins. How would you like to wake up, go outside, and see your car broken into? Well, we'll tell you where it's happening, and residents say this isn't the first time.
Live at Daybreak, this is 13 News Now.
Happening now, a mad rush to get the job done.
You are looking live as crews work on a major pipeline repair project here in Norfolk. Can they get it done? 13 News Now as the big story. I'm LaSalle Blanks, everybody. Good morning.
And I'm Vanessa Coria. We'll take you out to the scene of those repairs in just a moment, but first the forecast. Craig, I know you're scanning the skies for us this morning.
I wanted to start with a look at our sky view just because the skies are spectacular right now. It is partly cloudy to variably cloudy.
Some dirty work is going on this morning around downtown Norfolk. Crews are replacing an old sewer line near PB Young Senior Elementary School.
And they're pumping out sewage from other areas to make it happen. It's going on right now. Let's go live to 13 News Now reporter Carl Limer on East Only Road. Carl.
Yeah, and it's a real mess out here. They're tearing up the streets.
It's an unsettling case of deja vu for some neighbors in Suffolk. For the second time in just a month, the community of Burbage Grant has become a target for thieves. Right now, the search is on for whoever's responsible. A victim who only wanted to go by Ash tells 13 News Now somebody used a brick or bricks to try to smash open windows on an SUV. Well, that attempt failed.
I believe we're all on alert at this time, so hopefully this message gets to them that the neighborhood is watching out for them now, so be prepared.
At the beginning of August, there had been several similar crimes reported to police. If you notice anyone or anything out of the ordinary out there, you're asked to give police a call.
6:35, it's happening on the other side of the world, but we could feel the effects right here at home.
We're talking about the crisis in Egypt. Up next, how it may affect what we pay for gas here at home. We're going to go live to Capitol Hill for a closer look.
Take a look at what's driving people crazy in one neighborhood.
Yeah, how would you like to find these things slithering around where you live? We're talking about the snakes. Up next on 13 News Now at Daybreak, why this is giving new definition to the phrase neighborhood watch. Will the unrest in Egypt affect the price at the pump here at home? We'll get the latest word on gas prices from the Energy Department this morning. 13 News Now reporter Dave Cassidy is standing by live on Capitol Hill with more info for us. Dave, so far we aren't seeing much of a change.
That's right, Vanessa. The good news is gas prices are not being affected by the crisis in Egypt.
New from overnight, we're getting our first look at the suspected gunman police say opened fire at an Atlanta area elementary school. This is video of a handcuffed 20-year-old Michael Brandon Hill being escorted to jail. Authorities say he slipped into a Decatur, Georgia school yesterday with an AK-47 and several other weapons. Police say he barricaded himself in the school's front office and fired on officers as they arrived. Hill eventually surrendered after police returned fire. Students were evacuated and bused to a safe location. No one was injured. Right now, it is unclear whether he had any connection to the school. Here's some unsettling video. How'd you like to see this? Massive, slithering snakes roaming in your neighborhood? Well, these snakes are now gone from this community out in Beaumont, Texas. Authorities confiscated them yesterday, and today a hearing is scheduled on the seizure of the reptiles. Officers said they seized the pets because, listen to this, neighbors reported snakes roaming in the streets, or should I say slithering, and getting run over by vehicles. We're told the renters living in the home where the pets were seized from were cooperative with animal control. We'll get an update today on the size of that wildfire burning near the Dalles in Oregon. We could also learn whether even more structures may have burned. 2 are already burnt out. Evacuation orders have been expanded as the fire out there grows. Helicopters are dropping water on the flames. There's still no word on what sparked the fire. Grab your glue guns, your glitter, and get your 38Cs because it is time to get to work on your 2013 Brawhaha entry. Yep, the Brawhaha is back.
I was wondering where you're going with this. The deadline to register and pay entry fees is Monday, August 26th, and the actual Brawhaha award show and auction isn't until September 27th. So you have plenty of time to put the final touches on your creations. Now, the bras themselves must be turned in by Friday, September 6th. And once again, Vanessa will be one of the judges.
It is a tough job, my friend, but for a great cause. Proceeds from the annual event are used to provide mammograms and related services for women in need and to raise awareness about breast cancer. To register your bra online, head to links in the news on WVEC.com. And just FYI, boys, guys can decorate the bras too. There are a number of entries each and every year.
Say, glue gun
submitted by
check,
men.
glitter, short, 38Cs. I don't have a lot of those hanging around.
We would put the ha-ha-ha in that event.
Is that the standard size, 38C?
That is what, yeah, that's the standard size everybody decorates for submission in the contest.
Okay.
Plenty of canvas to work with there. Let's take a look at the conditions for the ride into work.
Also coming up, we'll recap your top stories straight ahead.
Plus,
Wait a minute, hold it. Joe's job tonight, supervising. I'm not a lifeguard in the water. Join us at 5 o'clock tonight.
In your morning rush, a new sewer line is near completion in downtown Norfolk, and the push is on right now to finish the job in the next couple of weeks.
Let's go to 13 News Now reporter Carl Leimer.
Yeah, and there's a lot of work being done right now.
A city worker accused of sexually abusing young boys will face a grand jury today.
Jay Burton is charged with sexually assaulting 3 boys at his home over several years. He now faces 6 felony charges, including aggravated sexual battery and taking indecent liberties. Burton could face life in prison.
Today, Hampton Road says goodbye to a man who's done so much for our community. Walter Siegaloff will be laid to rest today. He died last weekend. He founded the Achievable Dreams Academies in partnership with Newport News Schools back in 1992. Funeral services are set for noon in Hampton.
All right, let's get a final check of that forecast. Folks waking up to some pretty good conditions.
Yeah, a little bit of wet weather out to the west, a couple sprinkles, but most areas partly sunny right now. Here's a quick live look at the radar. You can see the loop here showing them.
Watching, everybody.
Have a great hump day. We're glad you hung out with us.